Okay, we're going to do some synthetic division and factorise some polynomials. And the question, for example 1, says, show that x plus 2 is a factor of x cubed plus x squared minus 22x minus 40. So if x plus 2 is a factor, that means we've got a root at minus 2, so that goes up at the side. The coefficient in front of x cubed is 1, the coefficient in front of x squared is 1, the coefficient in front of x is minus 22, and I've also got minus 40. So drop the 1 down, multiply by minus 2 is minus 2. 1 minus 2 is minus 1, multiply that by minus 2 is 2. Minus 22 plus 2 is minus 20. Multiply that by minus 2 and that's plus 40. 40 minus 40 is 0. So r equals 0, therefore x plus 2 is a factor. Okay, we're now going to go further on with the question and factorise fully. So we know that that's a bracket, and this is going to be x squared minus x minus 20. Two numbers that multiply together to give minus 20 add together to give minus 1. That's going to be minus 5 and plus 4, so that will be x plus 2 bracket x minus 5 bracket x plus 4, and that's that polynomial fully factorised. Next one, we're going to show that x equals minus 7 as a root of x cubed minus 37x plus 84. So minus 7 goes up at the side. And I've got 1 being the coefficient of x cubed. There's then a 0 coefficient that I must include for x squared. Minus 37 and 84. Drop the 1 down, multiply by minus 7 is minus 7. 0 minus 7 is minus 7. Multiply that by minus 7, that's plus 49. Plus 49 minus 37 is 12. Multiply that by minus 7 and that will give me minus 84. 84 minus 84 is 0, so r equals 0. Therefore, x equals minus 7 as a factor. So the root of x equals minus 7 comes from the bracket x plus 7. So that's x plus 7 bracket x squared minus 7x plus 12 being the quotient as listed here. It's then two numbers that multiply give 12 and add together give minus 7 is minus 3 and minus 4. X minus 3, x minus 4 with the x plus 7 at the start, and that's that polynomial fully factorised. Next one, we're going to fully factorise 2x squared plus 2x cubed rather plus 5x squared minus 20x minus 15. Now we're not given a prompt for a factor here, so the factors can be plus or minus 1, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 5, or plus or minus 15, since these are all factors of the constant at the end being minus 15. So this can often be some trial and error. So the trial and error will be plus or minus 1, plus or minus 3, plus or minus 5, or plus or minus 15. So you can expect to try a couple of examples and for them not to work. So let's first of all try 1. So 2,5 minus 28 minus 15. Drop the 2 down, multiply by 1 is 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. Multiply by 1 again is 7. 7 minus 28 is minus 21. Multiply by 1, that will be minus 21. So we can see that minus 15 minus 21 is minus 36, so that one didn't work. So you try another one. So this time let's try 3. So 2,5 minus 28 minus 15. Drop the 2 down. 2 times 3 is 6. 5 plus 6 is 11. multiplied by 3 is 33, 33 minus 28 is 5, multiply that by 3 is 15. So we can see this time that it did work. So r equals 0, therefore 3 is a factor. So 3 is a root, that will come from the bracket x minus 3, and the quotient here is 2x squared plus 11x plus 5, and whichever way you factorise that, you should end up with 2x plus 1 bracket x plus 5, and that's the final answer. Next one, we're going to show that x equals minus 1/2 as a factor of 2x cubed minus 15x squared plus 16x plus 12 is equal to 0, and hence solve that polynomial. So that's been set up. Drop the 2 down, multiply by minus 1/2 is minus 1. Minus 1 minus 15 is minus 16. Multiply by minus 1/2 gives me 8. 8 plus 16 is 24. Multiply by minus 1/2 will give me minus 12. So r equals 0. Therefore, x equals minus 1/2 as a factor. So we've got a bracket of x plus 1/2, and the quotient here is 2x squared minus 16x plus 24 is equal to 0. We could then take out a common factor of 2 here at the second bracket. So that would be x plus 1/2 times 2 bracket x squared minus 8x plus 12 is equal to 0. Now what that's going to allow me to do is to get rid of the fraction in the first bracket. So that together will give me 2x plus 1 bracket x squared minus 8x plus 12 equals 0. Two numbers multiplied to give 12, add together give minus 8 is minus 6 and minus 2. And then I'm asked this time to go a step ahead, and it's not just factorise but solve. So 2x plus 1 equal to 0, x minus 6 equal to 0, x minus 2 equal to 0. That's 2x equals minus 1 and x equals minus 1/2 being a root, or x equals 6, or x equals 2, final answer. Okay, let's try some examples where we're going to find an unknown coefficient. So, this question says that given that x minus 3 is a factor of x cubed minus x squared plus px plus 24, find the value of p. So 3 is the root, the coefficients are 1, minus 1, p and 24. So I can drop that 1 down, multiply by 3 is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, multiply by 3 is 6, p plus 6, well that's just the expression p plus 6, and if I multiply that by 3, that will be 3p plus 18. I'm told that x minus 3 is a factor, that means it's got a remainder of 0. So 3p plus 18 plus 24, that's 3p plus 42 is equal to 0. 3p then is minus 42, and p is equal to minus 42 over 3. P is equal to minus 14. Okay, next question. When f of x equals px cubed minus, or rather plus qx squared minus 17x plus 4q, and that's divided by x minus 2. The remainder equals 6, and the question wants me to find p and q. So the bracket of x minus 2 would give a root at 2. Coefficients of p, q, minus 17 and 4q. And I know that this will give me a remainder of 6. It's not a factor. A factor would have a remainder of 0. So drop the p down, multiply by 2 is 2p. I then get 2p plus q. Multiply that by 2 and that will be 4p plus 2q. And then a 4p plus 2q minus 17. And then 4p plus 2q minus 17 times 2. Well, that would give me 8p plus 4q minus 34. And again, I know that the remainder is equal to 6. So let's put that together. That will be 8p plus 8q minus 34 is equal to 6. That will then give me 8p plus 8q is equal to, put the minus 34 over, it will become plus 34 is equal to 40, and that would be equation 1, and I'm going to try and find equation 2. Equation 2, I'll go to the second piece of information given in the question, which is that x minus 1 is a factor, which will obviously then generate a remainder of 0. So if x minus 1 is a factor, that means 1 goes up at the side. And again, I've got the coefficients of p, q, minus 17 and 4q. So p goes down, p times 1 is p, that's p plus q. P plus q times 1 is p plus q. I'll then get p plus q minus 17, which will be p plus q minus 17. Multiply that by 1, still gives me p plus q minus 17. And then put them together. 4q and p plus q minus 17 will give me p plus 5q minus 17 is equal to 0 because it's a factor. I can then write that as p plus 5q is equal to plus 17. So that's equation 2. I can then line up that with equation 1, which is 8p plus 8q is equal to 40. I can then at random get rid of p's or q's. So I'm going to multiply equation 2 by 8 to bring p up to 8p, so that will be then 8p plus 40q is equal to, and that will give me 136. And then line that up with equation 1. So the signs are same, I'm going to subtract, so 3 take away 1, the p's will go, 40q take away 8q is 32q, and 136 take away 40 will give me 96. It's then q is equal to 96 over 32, which is equal to 3. Sub that q equals 3 into equation 2, p plus 5q equals 17. So that's p plus 5 lots of 3 is equal to 17. P plus 15 equals 17. That will become minus 17 minus 15, p is equal to 2.